Welcome to Luxurious Lifestyle. Top 20 of the most expensive wedding dress. In today's video, let's dive into the world of fashion. There's an extravagant world of beauty, without limits in the dreamlike realm of bridal couture, where fantasies blend with silk and lace. Here's where the most remarkable masterpieces may be found, where artistry and craftsmanship collide, and luxury is reduced to its most basic form. The pinnacle of this universe is home to a work of art that personifies elegance and extravagance of bridal gown, that is a monument to the infinite possibilities of design and the unbounded depths of love. Disclaimer: no copyright infringement intended. All the photos and videos belong to its rightful owner's credits in the description box. This garment was created by the well-known designer, whose name is associated with grace and elegance, and was intended to be a celebration of love in its most basic form. Every seam, every fold, every decoration was infused with romanticism and designed to arouse astonishment and feeling. Every detail of the dress, from its delicate lace to its flowing layers of silk chiffon, was carefully picked to capture the everlasting beauty of pure love. But the priceless diamonds that embellish this garment are what really make it stand out, not simply its gorgeous style. Rare-grade diamonds, glistening like stars in the night sky, are tucked away in the creases of the fabric. The brilliance and clarity of each stone were meticulously chosen to accentuate the gown's already stunning design and take it to an unprecedented level of luxury. A group of talented artisans had to put in months of intense labor to create such a masterpiece, which was nothing short of amazing. Every stage of the process, from the first sketches to the last fitting, was driven by a single goal: making a dress that would astound everyone who saw it. Let's start right off with the top 20. Top 20, Grace Kelly. Iconic style and Grace Kelly go hand in hand, and her 1956 wedding gown was no different. Even though her royal wedding made history, her long-sleeved, high-neck gown was the real star of the show. The classic dress, created by Helen Rose, cost an estimated $60,000 and included 125-year-old Brussels lace and hundreds of hand-sewn pearls. The wedding gown Grace Kelly wore to her nuptials with Prince Rainier of Monaco is undoubtedly the most well-known of the 20th century. The gown was inspired by the attire of a Hollywood actress who married into the Monegasque royal family. Kate Middleton, whose 2011 Sarah Burton for Alexander McQueen gown was strikingly similar, was among the thousands of women who wore similar gowns for their weddings. Top 19, Nikki Hilton. Not too surprisingly, the hotel heiress married James Rothschild in Kensington Palace in 2015. You really need a dress that matches the splendor of the location. The $77,000 long-sleeve Valentino gown worn by Hilton was the perfect fit. If Paris's outfit struck you as a little familiar, it's most likely because Nikki, her younger sister, had a similar silhouette. Nikki stole the spotlight at her July 2015 wedding to British banking heir James Rothschild at Kensington Palace in London, thanks to an exquisite haute couture gown by Valentino. On our top 18, Madonna. This pop singer, who wore an extremely expensive wedding gown in 1985, undoubtedly lived in a materialistic society. The queen of pop married actor Sean Penn in a classic 80s tulle and mesh gown that brought $81,250 at auction in 2014. In addition, Madonna's second wedding gown, which she wore to Guy Ritchie, is said to have cost about $80,000. Costume designer Marlene Stewart created the stunning strapless 80s outfit, which comes with a black bowler hat and veil attached. Just as unexpected as the outfit was Madonna's marriage to Sean, which ended in divorce after four turbulent years of turmoil. They were wed in 1985. Next, on our top 17, Victoria Beckham. Posh Spice's expensive wedding gown was undoubtedly justified given her previous reputation as one of the fashion-forward Spice Girls. The bride donned a $100,000 plus Vera Wang gown with a 20-foot train. At the reception, the couple exchanged their pricey suit and gown for matching purple clothes, capping their wedding in classic 90s style. Top 16, Jessica Biel. With a blush pink John Bautista Vallejo couture gown, Jessica Biel made a statement for her day of wedding to Justin Timberlake in 2012. The colorful gown managed to accrue a hefty price tag, $100,000 to be precise. John Bautista Vallejo, the bride's close friend, created a couture gown with petal pink pattern specifically for the blushing bride. People magazine reported that the groom called it so just, classic yet quirky. Her mother-in-law in Harlow's pearl bracelet and Martin Katz's diamond and pink rose gold earrings served as the perfect finishing touches to her cotton candy pink ball gown. Biel goes with the likes of Reese Witherspoon and Anne Hathaway, who both wore this delicate shade at their nuptials. Top 15. Princess Diana. When Princess Diana married Prince Charles in 1981, she made her debut wearing an exquisite gown created by the husband-and-wife designers David and Elizabeth Emanuel. At over $115,000, the silk and taffeta gown with a 25-foot train and an estimated 10,000 pearls was purchased. With the marriage of Prince Charles, now King Charles III, on July 29, 1981, Lady Diana Spencer became Princess Diana in what was billed the wedding of the century. And although there have been other royal brides since her, none have been able to match the significance and cultural influence of her wedding, particularly in relation to the historical appeal of her bridal gown. Above all, however, people were eager to see Lady Di's breathtaking bridal gown design by former husband and wife team David and Elizabeth Emanuel, which had a 25-foot train. Why? It took months to design the silk and taffeta creation, which was hand-embroidered with 10,000 pearls and mother-of-pearl sequins. Top 14. Catherine Zeta-Jones. Michael Douglas and Catherine's marriage has endured throughout the Hollywood era. The always stunning Catherine wore a $140,000 Christian LaCroix wedding dress when the couple got married in 1999. Christian LaCroix created a masterpiece for Catherine Zeta-Jones' wedding gown. The dress has a form-fitting bodice with elaborate embroidery, lace, and beading. The train of the voluminous skirt created a majestic silhouette, and the sweetheart neckline provided a romantic touch. The entire look was sophisticated and elegant, perfectly encapsulating classic bridal flair. On her special day, it was the ideal accent to Catherine Zeta-Jones' grace and beauty. Top 13. Elizabeth Taylor. Taylor has been married 8 times, but her first wedding gown remains the most extravagant. Helen Rose created the now famous gown she wore to her 1950 wedding to Conrad Nicky Hilton, Paris's great uncle, which fetched $187,931 at a London auction in 2013. Helen Rose created an incredible masterpiece. The dress had long sleeves, a fitted bodice embellished with seed pearls, and a sweetheart neckline. It was composed of white satin. She looked like a princess as the skirt flowed into a spectacular, long skirt with a train. Top 12. Marie Chantal Miller. In beautiful royal manner, Miller married Prince Pavlos in 1995 while wearing an ostentatious long-sleeve traditional garment. The $225,000 pearl-encrusted Valentino gown, complete with a 14-foot Chantilly lace train, belonged to the Crown Princess of Greece. Marie Chantal allegedly used 12 different types of lace in the dress, which included a tight bodice, long sleeves, and a high neck. She was going for a very traditional and modest silhouette. Similar to Grace Kelly's famous wedding gown, the bodice and sleeves are composed of flowery lace, which also reaches the empire line of the garment. Top 11. Mariah Carey's wedding dress never had its chance to shine on the big day since she and James Packer called it quits on their engagement. However, rumors have emerged that the Valentino gown that never was meant to be paid $250,000. Given Carey's opulent taste and her $10 million engagement ring, which she reportedly continued to wear after their separation, this is hardly surprising. In a very theatrical move, the singer, having broken up with Packer, actually set fire to her gown in one of her music videos. Down to our top 10. Amal Clooney. When it came to her bridal gown and their $4.6 million wedding, George Clooney and his fiancée spared no cost. Amal said I do, while donning a $380,000 Oscar de la Renta lace off-the-shoulder gown. Her garment was the last wedding gown the late designer made before he passed away, and it became so famous that the Museum of Fine Arts temporarily displayed it in an Oscar de la Renta exhibit. The garment is quite valuable despite its expensive cost. Top 9. Colleen Rooney. In 2008, Wayne and Colleen Rooney married in an intimate ceremony that was only attended by close friends and family. But her extravagant dress more than made up for the low-key celebration. The estimated cost of Rooney's voluminous, tiered Marquesa gown is $392,000. Fashion designer Marquesa created a gorgeous wedding dress for Colleen Rooney. The dress had a sweetheart neckline and a fitted bodice that was beaded and covered in beautiful lace. The bodice flowed into a two-layered skirt, giving the ensemble a dreamy, romantic look. On our top 8, Chiara Ferragni. During a multi-day event in Sicily in 2018, the Italian blogger and designer Federico Leonardo Lucia tied the knot. Ferragni spent 6 months working with Dior's creative director Maria Grazia Chiuri to create the couture gowns that would complement the couple's extravagant wedding. She wore a tulle skirt and lace bodice to keep things simple for the wedding. Ferragni changed into a white tulle gown with a corset top for the reception. The gown was embroidered with pictures of hearts and lions, as well as the lyrics to Leonardo's song Favoresca ai Sentimenti, which was composed about her. The total cost of both outfits is $420,000. Top 7. Meghan Markle. One of the most famous royal weddings ever, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's 2018 nuptials created a stir throughout the world. Markle wore a unique Givenchy gown with a basic style and an elegant boat neck on her wedding day, created by Claire Waite Keller. Later, for the reception, she shifted into a Stella McCarthy chic dress with a halter collar. Her Givenchy gown reportedly brought in an estimated $265,000, and her Stella McCarthy dress brought in $157,000, for a grand total of $422,000. The Duchess departed from previous royal bridal fashion trends of lavish lace and crystal decorations, instead choosing to embrace her own style by paying attention to modest, meaningful touches and keeping the dress itself relatively simple and classic. Top 6. Kate Middleton. Everyone still talks about how much they adored Kate Middleton's wedding gown. At $434,000, the Alexander McQueen designed by Sarah Burton was certainly fit for a queen. The Princess of Wales wore a dress with a magnificent 8-foot train, a full skirt, and handcrafted lace. The length of the royal bride's train as she made her way down the aisle measured in feet. Burton created the skirt with white satin gazar arches and pleats that spilled into a train that was 2 meters and 70 centimeters, or nearly 9 feet, in length, to resemble an opening flower. The quantity of intricately stitched designs on Kate's veil, which was made of silky, ivory tulle. To symbolize the 4 nations that make up the United Kingdom, the design included the rose, thistle, daffodil, and shamrock. Top 5. Salma Hayek. In April 2009, in Venice, Italy, the actress married Francois-Henri Pinault, the CEO of the Caring Organization. Nicolas Ghesquiere's Balenciaga gown for Hayek had a deeply V-neck bodice with exquisite details that flowed into a full body skirt. The extravagant, a list celebration, and the attire came with a hefty price tag of $434,000. Presumably, renting out the oldest opera house in Europe is not inexpensive. Nicolas Ghesquiere, a well-known fashion designer, created a stunning wedding gown for Salma Hayek for Balenciaga. Hayek's curves were elegantly and sophisticatedly accentuated by the dress's tight bodice and plunging neckline. A romantic and glamorous touch was added to the bodice by the elaborate beadwork and exquisite lace embellishments. Top 4. Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian's inclusion on our list of the most costly wedding gowns ever is hardly surprising. Kim wore a trumpet-shaped Givenchy gown with long sleeves and a $500,000 custom couture gown, where she and Kane got married in 2014. The Skims tycoon afterwards changed into a miniskirt created by Balmain creative director Olivier Roustin. Made of beautiful lace, the gown had a high neckline, long sleeves, and a form-fitting silhouette. The elaborate lace design created a dramatic yet classic effect, extending from the bodice all the way to the floor. Additionally, the dress included sheer panels at the back and sleeves, which gave the design a more modern feel. Kim completed her bridal look with a lengthy silk veil that accentuated the graceful curve of the garment. Her entire bridal appearance was elegant and sophisticated, perfectly encapsulating her personal style while also paying homage to the traditional components of a wedding gown. Top 3. Victoria Swarovski. The estimated cost of Victoria Swarovski's Michael Cinco bespoke gown is over $1 million. Half 100 pounds, or 5 million crystals, were used in her wedding gown. The Swarovski jewelry heiress finished off a princess-worthy appearance with a 26-foot-long veil. Victoria added a cathedral-length veil of dainty tulle embellished with shimmering Swarovski crystals to her bridal attire. She looked stunning, glamorous, and incredibly memorable for her whole wedding day fitting for a Swarovski heiress. Top 2. Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth chose a long-sleeved wedding gown made of duchesse satin, embellished with crystal and pearl appliques and floral embroidery throughout, for her nuptials with Prince Philip. The Primavera pictured by Botticelli is credited with inspiring the look's creator, Norman Hartnell. In 1947, the Queen paid $42,000 for her royal ensemble, which is believed to have cost over $1.6 million today. Consequently, the Queen is ranked number 2. In post-war Britain, Queen Elizabeth II's wedding gown stood for grace and promise. The dress, designed by Norman Hartnell, was a magnificent creation that embodied regal sophistication and the optimism of the day. The garment had a tight bodice with a heart-shaped neckline, elaborate embroidery, and was made of ivory silk satin. The dress featured a wide skirt that flowed elegantly into a long train, giving the wearer a magnificent silhouette. The clothing was embroidered with emblems that stood for power and togetherness in the Commonwealth and the United Kingdom. Down to our top 1. With her 2017 wedding ball attire, the tennis player wins hands down. At a whooping $3.5 million, her Sarah Burton-designed Alexander McQueen gown complete with a flowing cloak and sweetheart neckline makes history as the most expensive wedding gown ever. Furthermore, Williams had other looks as well. Over the course of the evening, she made 2 more adjustments. In a stunning wedding gown created by Sarah Burton for Alexander McQueen, Serena Williams dazzled. The gown was a ball gown in the style of a princess, featuring a fitted bodice, a sweetheart neckline, and a full skirt made of tulle. The bodice's elaborate feather and flower decorations gave it an air of romance and ethereality. Moreover, Serena may change her appearance for the reception thanks to the gown's detachable skirt. She accessorized her bridal look with a stunning cape that had intricate lace design, which added a touch of drama and elegance to the garment. Beyond simple extravagance, the most expensive wedding dress has an allure in the realm of bridal fashion. It embodies the hopes and desires of brides hoping to stand out on their wedding day, and is the epitome of elegance, creativity, and craftsmanship. Ultimately, the memories and feelings a dress inspires are what really matter, regardless of how much it costs. The beauty and happiness that every woman discovers in her own ideal gown, regardless of its cost, is what really matters, even though the race to purchase the most expensive wedding dress may carry on. Thank you for joining us in this extravagant and luxurious journey in the fashion world. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to our channel. Click the notification bell for more luxurious contents like this. Until next time, and stay luxurious.